Welcome back everyone, I'm the Depressed Dior, and this is Final Fantasy Tactics. Alright, we should be pretty much at the final set of battles, so pretty much there's not much else to say. We have the best gear we can really get, and we've proven that 2 swords is probably really powerful, telling that 3 of our characters can dual wield and do pretty decent damage. Magic Gun does fantastic damage. Really our weakest characters are like the normal classes, like people using Summon, Magic, and Elemental, and then Vines and Thieves are always the weakest class. But even then, they do pretty good damage, so it's pretty easy to abuse the system in this game if you take advantage of stat increases over gaining HP and MP, which is what I've been focusing on throughout the game. So yeah, pretty good group. I got no complaints. Alright, let's do this. Yep, this is the final battle. Alright. Yeah, we'll just do it this way. I think you get one opportunity to go ahead and pick your characters again, but I don't really remember. I remember in the past version I got all mixed up about this entire series of battles. I believe there are 4 battles. Why? Why doesn't Virgo work? The Holy Angel Spirit is around in here. Why? Maybe it's a drawer reincarnated. Nah, that can't be. Certainly, Virgo did react. You're here. That's far enough, Formov. Virgo's not working, so give up and hand over Alma. No, it will work. It just needs more... You didn't hear? It just needs more blood. Lots of blood is needed for the Angel's resurrection. Much bloodshed since Ajora's death, but I guess it wasn't enough. I guess I'll have to go on another rampage. Hehehe, don't worry. I'll sacrifice you first. So I was right. It was different. The patched version opens with a solo battle against this guy, and then it goes into this phase. So they actually added an entire phase in the patch version. That's kind of neat. Too bad the final battle sucks. Master, Bloody Angel, let me offer you blood darker than wine and hotter than burning lava. Alright. Once again, another demon boss. Hashmalom. Honestly, we have nothing to worry about in this battle at all. In fact, I can shoot this guy from here. Alma, hold on. Please, open your eyes, Alma. It's no use, you cannot wake her. What have you done to Alma? Her existence impedes our goal. When she awakes, she will remember her mission. Her important mission to call her allies. Unfortunately, I can't reach you from here. I suppose if I really want to, I can throw this javelin. Oh, I can't reach him. Never mind. You should be able to reach him. I'm not going to throw the javelin. It ain't worth it. At least you're faster than Monty. That's Bahamut, isn't it? Nope, that's Meteor. Probably not a good idea, but I'm gonna go ahead and risk it. I'm gonna try to blitz him before he gets that spell off. Yeah, I got this. He's casting, so 999 damage. Master, you are not awake yet. Ugh, where am I? Alma. Brother, Ramza. I won't let you interfere. Bloody angel, I offer my own life for your resurrection. Sorry if the volume's a little loud. I have my body back. Alma. And you get Ragnarok in this battle. Yay, you get the second best knight sword in the game, finally. Alright, we are going to finish this up. As you can probably tell, even against the final boss, it's not gonna take long. Nothing to change there. Tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Monty. And I'm replacing our thief with Bilbos. Or Bilbolos, however you wish to pronounce it. I can't promise if he'll do anything, but he'll be in the game. Graveyard of Airships. Look, what is this? Ugh. Help, brother. Alma. Brother Ramza. Stop, don't interfere. Do not interfere. Do not enter. Apparently somebody's casting Raise too. Alma, are you okay? Brother, I'm alright. We have to kill Ajora. Hurry. Are you trying to stop my resurrection? I won't let you. Come out, my servants. Hey, look, Ultima Demons. I will not let anyone prevent my resurrection. Prepare yourselves, powerless ones. Right, we gotta defeat Ultima. And we have Alma with us, who is equipped with a ribbon. All she has is Holy Magic and Face Up. What Face Up does is when you get hit, there's a brave % chance that you won't increase your faith. Not that useful, telling she only has 39 brave. She also is at 1 HP right now. She's also a cleric, which means she doesn't really have much. I guess she can learn a spell, though that I don't know why. It could be a glitch for all I know. As you can see, there's already a glitch on my screen right now. But she's got M barrier and death spell too, so it's if she can live long enough, that's fantastic. Otherwise, it's not that important. Anyway, there's a bunch of minions here. They're pretty easy to kill. We also go straight for a Jorah. Absorb used MP, so that's her counter ability, which is pretty useless for her. She's a boss, but whatever. But I'm gonna take this slow. I'll kill all the minions first and see how that goes. I'll at least let you maybe get an opportunity to see what all the abilities are that these characters can do. You're not gonna reach anything. Just move it this way. Watch as I get all cocky because I have all like the best gear in the game and I end up getting myself killed. Wouldn't be the first time. Apparently I have a chance of causing instant death. That's kinda neat. Lava ball. Yeah, she's gonna use the she's gonna use M barrier on herself. And let's move right there. Bilbos. Alright, we got energy, which does recover twice, it recovers health. We got parasite that does status effects. We got shock that does damage based off the amount of damage he suffered. And then difference, which does a difference between his MP and the opponent's. Sorry for the MSN stuff. Yeah, okay, so she doesn't have that much AP. Still a pretty strong move, and it's a 100% hit chance. Well, I've killed 3 of your minions. It's your turn. She has a special teleport. It's essentially a teleport too, so you can pretty much go anywhere. And she's casting a spell. What is she casting? Ultima. Makes sense. Can you reach her? Yes, you can. I'm not gonna worry about it then. I'll probably go ahead and finish her off just so I don't get hit with Ultima. And dead already. No, this can't be. You're the descendant of the one who killed me before. No, I won't be beaten. I will not be beaten. I will kill you. So, we're now in the final phase. Now, if you actually did watch my freaking patch version playthrough, I spent about an hour trying to fight this boss, and he didn't work out. Let's see how fast I can kill him with this. He does have face up as his counter ability for whatever reason. I like how she's buffing the demon before anyone else. I could do summon magic, but he gets to go soon, I guess. Nope, I'm just gonna melee, because that's silly. His melee attack does just as much damage as his regular, so... 999. 546. Oh, well, he's still alive. That is an improvement. Bilbos. Difference. Much like the previous form, this guy can teleport anywhere on the map. And we win. Battle over. Sorry if you wanted to actually see some of his abilities. His abilities range from like Ultima and doing things like AoEs that do like a bazillion status effects. And that's about it. Usually, that's about as long as he lasts. The main thing is his status effects are really nasty, because he does a lot of them. So you kind of need characters with like Remedies and Asunas. But whatever. More power. That's probably not a good thing. And everyone dies. Congratulations! This time it says this game is complete. And I don't get money. Come to think of it, I don't know why any of these battles gave Gil. There's no reason for it. With the Father's blessing, you shall return to Earth. Guide Alma Bella's soul to heaven for Saint Jorah's divine protection, Farlan. Farlan. What a pity, she was so young. All his siblings are gone. The youngest, Ramza, won't even be buried. Sad. Bella's 300-year history is over now. How is she alive? I'm sorry I'm late, Alma, Ramza. I wanted to come earlier, but it was too dangerous, too risky. Delita married Elvilia. A commoner brings peace to a chaotic kingdom, marries the princess, becoming king. A legend that will be passed down for centuries. Delita may be a good person, as you said. He made it look like he killed her, then let her go, when her identity was clear. I guess he identified with her, having been used by Vormov. Oh, she didn't die. Did my father die fighting heroically? I don't know, I ditched him. I'll come back again. Bye. Are you really dead? I still can't believe you're really dead. I mean, you know. Wait, Ramza, Alma. He's alive, alive. Thank you, Ramza. Hopefully the conced's not broken. Since then, no one has caught sight of the two. Orlandu reminisces in such a manner. Where does one find good fortune? What possesses them to live for the present? What treasures will they leave behind? The only thing certain is that he is the true hero indeed. Years later, Orlandu collected his experience over a period of 5 years into a single syllabus. This collection, known as the Durai Papers, were to be presented at Prince Clemence's meeting during which the new possessor of the throne was to be selected. But the church, which feared public disclosure of the truth, decided to arrest Durai and burn him at the stake for the crime of heresy. The retrieved Durai papers were then confiscated by the church for several hundred years. But I have uncovered the truth. Let me now revive his honor. Let his way of life be absorbed by the next generation. Author of the brave story, I think it's Elisham Durai, whatever the tutorial guy's name is. And there you go, there's the credits. There is something that comes after the credits, so I guess I'll use this opportunity to talk about the game. So yes, that's Final Fantasy Tactics, without any patches or anything with it. As you can see, the game is very easy to break. You saw the party I had, and how easy it was to win, especially when you're over-leveled. Even when I wasn't over-leveled, I was still doing a crazy amount of damage. And that was not the most overpowered setup either. There's far more overpowered setups than that, such as using mimes, using calculators, or mathematicians, or whatever. But I didn't show those off, and I don't think really anyone was interested in that. So, I got to show off... well, for one, I get to show off the ending, which I couldn't do in the patch version, and I also got to show off the deep dungeon, which I've never completed before, because I never knew existed. As for the story, overall the game's it's decent, but it's pretty sloppy. There's a lot of translation errors, as well as a few other issues. The story's kind of meh for me. I mean, some people really like it, but it's kind of one of those situations. Like, I once read a Forgotten Realms book that revolved around, like, the Dark Elves, the Drow, or whatever, and it was essentially a book that had nothing but just betrayal after betrayal. And this is what kind of this story ended up being. And so I eventually got to the point where it's kind of ridiculous. It's like everyone's betraying each other, and it's like, I didn't really find it that interesting, because it's not really be keeping track of plot twist or anything, because really all it is a cutscene that's disconnected from what Ramza is doing, and it just happens, and bam, I'm betraying you, and you die. So some character that you never talk to dies. Whatever. So, yeah, that's kind of my issue with it, and I don't really like Delita. But the reason I like the game is just because it's a tactical RPG, and tactical RPGs are pretty enjoyable. There's not too many of... Well, during the time that Final Fantasy Tactics was out, there was actually a bunch of these games made, like Tactics Ogre, and I think it was called Karsha, some other games. I think there's, what's that one game called? Disgaea, or whatever, which is supposedly even more ridiculous than this game. But, yeah. So there you go, finally. I finished Final Fantasy Tactics. I have to say I'm very glad I'm finally done with this. This is, besides doing the Labyrinth of Toho draft run, where I just did nothing but boss runs, this is the only time I've actually redone a playthrough. So, just so you guys can see the ending and see the difference between the patch version and this. So as you can see, it's a lot easier, for the most part. And there's not, and most of the classes, they're okay, but they're not exactly the most balanced of classes. And, yeah, so that's about it. Not much else to say about it. Like I said, it's okay. The story's kind of meh, but combat's kind of fun. And it's kind of fun and personally, I'm kind of just a sucker for job systems, which Final Fantasy used to be really good with. So I really like the fact that Final Fantasy Tactics had a job system where you can, become a white mage and, use those abilities and carry them over, very much like Final Fantasy V did. Too bad that this sort of system doesn't really carry over much now. I suppose the MMO has the job system, but I don't really know much about the MMO besides the fact that 14 is awful. So, yeah. Jeez, these credits go on. Not much I can do about it, though. Still, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for those who participated in voting and stuff. I do kind of enjoy the fact that some people are having their say on what is in the game and what you want to see in the game and what sort of classes and setups. For the most part, you guys kind of focus on just making me stronger, so I didn't really care either way. And despite me telling you guys to you could make me weaker or just make a goofy setup, you guys pretty much just stuck with a gimmick and went with it, which is fine, like I said. I'm just glad at least some people responded. As for the next LP, well, I'm currently doing, Sword of the Stars, the Pit, which is probably going to go ahead and take this slot. I do have a Toho game lined up, but I'll probably use that to replace Fortune Summoners once that finishes. Besides that, not much else is planned. I may do a few more games here and there since it's currently spring break, which I'm kind of glad I finally got this game done. At least I got it done during spring break. Luckily, once I got done with the deep dungeons, the rest of it went pretty quick. The deep dungeons is actually pretty challenging, simply because the monsters hit really, really hard. But besides that, it's still pretty easy to go through. As you saw, I kind of slaughtered everything, especially once you get a magic gun. But like I said, even without like items and gear, if you just have a group of mathematicians, and you know like spells like Flare or Holy, you pretty much win the game at that point. Generally, what you want to do, I guess, for kind of a stupid setup, is get everyone equipped with an item that makes them absorb Holy, and then give them make them all mathematicians, and then just make it so you just hit everything with math magic. And if you accidentally hit yourself, well, you just healed yourself. So. But you probably didn't understand any of that because I hadn't shown a mathematician, but whatever. So there you go. Hopefully I don't have to play too many more Square games. I played like 3 in a row. I think I've had my fill of Square for now, but we'll see. I mean, you guys will get the soon vote on what comes next, if assuming I get more subscribers. Alright. So that's the credits, and then there's this one extra part. Ruins of Zeltennia Castle's church. Here you are. Everyone's been looking for you. Today's your birthday, right? These flowers... Avilia? You use everybody like that. Now you'll kill me just like Ramza. For those who didn't really see, it's kind of hard to tell, but Avilia stabbed Delita. Ramza, what did you get? And that's the end. That's the other issue. The entire thing with Delita is completely separated from what Ramza is doing, for the most part. You have no influence in it, which, I mean, that's kind of a given for Final Fantasy games. You never really have much influence in any of it, but it's kind of more it's even disconnected for a Final Fantasy game between what's happening with Avilia and Delita and Ramza and everything else. But there you go. I'm done. I finished the game. Finally. I have to say I'm quite glad I finally got this done. So, I already told you guys what the next LPs are. They're currently playing, actually. Beyond that, well, I am the Depressed, or this was Final Fantasy Tactics, the non-patch version. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later.